Hey there. So today I want to talk about performance management and looking at your workforce and when's the best time to do it. A lot of people do it towards the end of the year or first thing when you get back in the beginning of the year. Well, what we recommend, what we actually do as a company, is we've moved it to the end of Q1. And the reason being is that we can take hold and look at the previous year, look at performance, get January and February pretty stabilized because they tend to be quite crazy months. And the reason also we don't do increases with performance management and performance reviews. We found that separating it really does help. So the problem is if you put it together, when you know that a bonus or an increase is tied directly to it, you don't really tend to listen to the feedback and you don't really tend to focus on what's being told to you. And you may not see it with good intent and a good place if your bonus or increase is not quite what you expected. And what we've seen over time is that if you tie it together and the bonus or the increase doesn't align with how they think they performed, or even how you perform because you can't pay that for some financial reason, it tends to highly demotivate people and cause greater problems. So what we found is doing increases at a certain time at the end of the year or beginning of the year, but doing the performance reviews at the end of Q1 and then tying any bonus attributed to that at the end of Q2. And the reason is you want to spread it out. One, because obviously it helps break up when people leave. So for example, in some service-based industries, they always gave the reviews at the end of the year and the bonuses always became at the beginning of the year. And the first thing people would do, as soon as they got the bonus, if they weren't happy, they would quit en masse at the same time. And it creates a pattern every year that people would leave at that certain time. So by creating these blocks and breaking it up, you really do stop people from leaving at the same time. But also, it gives you more time to counter any sort of disillusionment that might have happened because of the bonus or the increase. And it gives you an opportunity to talk about it in their performance review. And we found by doing that, it creates a different pattern of behavior within employees when they're looking to leave, but also creates a different pattern of how they receive feedback. So that at the end of Q1, if you're doing performance reviews, feedback and performance management, you've really got the opportunity to talk to them and look at it. And obviously then they can have their bonus at the end. And then obviously any increases attributed will be done at a different time. But that would be our recommendation, is to break it up into 3 very distinct sections so that you have those opportunities to have those frank conversations about performance, increases, and bonuses. And it really will break up when people decide to leave if they're not happy. Now you have natural turnover, your positive and negative turnover. The problem is if you get negative turnover all at the same time, it can severely hamper you when you're trying to recruit and attract. Another big thing is trying to look for people to recruit them during January and February and December is very difficult because of the holiday period and people getting back into work. Most people start to look around about mid to end of February and into March. So right now is when people start to look at their roles and how they have them. So by delaying your performance reviews to now and then a bonus payment later, it will really delay that effect, so you're not having that compounded effect of everyone looking at the same time. But the biggest point also on giving feedback and the reviews is you really do want them to focus on the feedback and really focus on improving. So as long as the reviews have been done from a good place and you trust each other and you have a solid process to do these reviews, then it'll be very valuable to the team members that you're trying to help grow, not only for your business in upskilling and growth and developing them. That will lead to morale higher and also retention and loyalty. But you want them to focus on that. And the key to a great positive performance review is obviously having solid job descriptions and continuous feedback throughout the year. When you get your performance review, your annual, none of it should be a surprise to you. If it is a surprise, then something went wrong along the way. We firmly believe in continuous feedback throughout the year and then summarizing at the end when you start to look at the bonuses and increases. And we found that really does help get team members to perform more consistently throughout the year, but also to keep on track and motivated because they know exactly where they are. So for more information on designing performance reviews, performance management, when to strategize of when to give certain things and do certain things, please do reach out to us. As always, you can email me at adam.daines, it's D-A-I-N-E-S, at AdamInfusion, or you can go onto our social media platforms or our website and reach out and we'll get in touch. Thank you again, and look forward to speaking to you soon.